Have you ever received an email that, I don't know, just felt a little off, even if it was grammatically perfect?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe it didn't quite have the impact you thought it would, or perhaps it subtly changed how you saw the sender, for better or worse.
We've all been there.
We really have, on both sides of that send button, right? So today we're doing a deep dive into the, let's call it the strategic art of crafting professional, polite, and really clear English emails.
Yeah.
Our mission here is to unpack the key insights from our source, crafting professional English emails, and give you some practical, maybe nuanced tools to, elevate your written communication. Okay, let's explore this.
And what's genuinely insightful, I think, is how email skill is less about just, writing better and more about strategic self-presentation. It really is.
Strategic self-presentation. I like that.
It's kind of like the silent architect of your professional brand. It subtly signals things like your attention to detail, your cultural awareness, maybe even your leadership potential, all before you even meet someone face-to-face.
Wow.
Yeah, seemingly small details in an email. They can have a really profound impact on how you're perceived.
That's a powerful point about perception. It makes me think of that old saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Exactly.
And just think about it. Emails are often your very first point of contact in so many crucial situations.
So true.
We're talking job applications, interviews, where your professional image is basically formed before anyone even shakes your hand.
Right.
It's absolutely vital for, smooth business communication, for school and college work, and just navigating the day-to-day professional world. Our source really hammers this home. A well-crafted email doesn't just pass along info, it strategically tells people you're thoughtful, confident, and professional.
Indeed. It's not just about getting the facts across. It's about building and then maintaining your professional reputation one message at a time.
Right.
Every single email you send adds to that story, that narrative about you.
So that brings us to a pretty critical question then. What kind of impression are your emails making right now?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do your emails currently reflect on you?
And sometimes that reflection isn't quite what we intended, is it? We've all had that moment. You hit send and immediately think, oh no.
Oh yeah, that sinking feeling.
Did I just sound like a robot? Or worse, like a demanding toddler? Our source really highlights those common slip-ups that can instantly undermine your message, often quite subtly, like writing too casually. A simple, hey, what's up, in a formal email, that can signal maybe a lack of respect.
Definitely. Or just not understanding the context.
Exactly. Or being too abrupt, something like just send details.
Oof. Yeah, that can sound pretty demanding.
Right. Instead of a polite request. And then beyond just obvious typos, there are those sort of invisible errors that can chip away at your credibility.
Like what?
Well, subtle grammar mistakes, maybe misplacing a word or using a slightly awkward phrase that makes your meaning just a bit clunky.
Right, the kind of things spell check won't catch.
Precisely. These aren't just tiny linguistic things. They're subtle signals that can really take away from your message.
They absolutely are. And these mistakes, they're not just, minor errors in language. They are communication barriers. Full stop.
Barriers. That's a good way to put it.
They can lead to misinterpretation, or worse, give the person reading it a negative impression of your attention to detail, maybe your command of English, or even just your respect for their time. If we connect this to the bigger picture, these subtle missteps can actually increase the cognitive load for the reader.
Meaning
it makes your message harder to process, harder to understand quickly. And that can potentially get in the way of what you're trying to achieve.
Okay, so if these little errors can subtly damage our credibility, what's the fix? What's the blueprint, the kind of must-have framework our source suggests for emails that always land right?
Well, the good news is our source provides a fantastic structure. It's surprisingly simple, actually, but really powerful.
Simple is good.
Yeah, and it works because it respects the reader's time and provides real clarity. Should we walk through it?
Let's do it. What are the parts?
Okay, first up, the greeting. And it's not just having one. Our source talks about the subtle power of choosing the right one.
Like when to use Dear Sir Madam versus Hello, Mr. Smith.
Exactly. That choice immediately frames the relationship, the dynamic. But generally, you want to start politely. Dear Mr. Smith, hello, Mrs. Jones, something like that.
Got it. Polite greeting. What's next?
Then comes your opening line. This introduces why you're writing, but it also sets a polite tone right away.
Like?
Things like, I hope you are doing well, which is pretty standard and friendly, or maybe more direct, like, I am writing to inquire about.
Okay, makes sense. Sets the stage.
Precisely. Next, the main message. This needs to be super clear, concise, and direct.
So get straight to the point.
Yes, but the key here isn't just being brief, it's being precise. Like, I would like to confirm our meeting on Friday at 3 p.m. at your office. Very specific.
Right? No room for confusion.
None. After that, you need a polite closing line. This wraps things up, maybe indicates the next step.
Like, talk soon, or is that too casual?
Maybe a bit casual for formal contexts. Better options are things like looking forward to your reply or simply thank you for your time.
Okay, polite closing. And finally,
your signature. Add your name, obviously. And typically use a professional closing phrase like best regards or sincerely, followed by your name, maybe your title. Like best regards, Kalpesh.
No. So, greeting, opening, main message, closing, signature. That structure gives clarity and shows respect, you're saying.
That's absolutely crucial. Choosing the right elements for each part and sticking to this framework, it actually makes the writing process much simpler.
How so?
Because you know exactly what information needs to go where. You're not just staring at a blank screen. It ensures the key info is passed along efficiently and professionally.
Yeah, I can see that.
And what's really remarkable about this structure is how universal it is. These basic elements, they work across different languages, different cultures in professional communication.
Interesting.
Yeah, they set expectations. They create a predictable, easy-to-digest format, which, let's face it, is invaluable in today's world of overflowing inboxes.
Okay, we've got the blueprint. Now let's make it real. How about we walk through that example email from the source?
Great idea. Seeing it in action really helps.
Yeah, this example seems to pull all these pieces together nicely. Okay, so the email is...
Meeting. Confirmation.
Dear Mr. John,
I hope you are doing well.
I would like to confirm our meeting on Friday at 3 p.m. at your office. Please let me know if this time is convenient for you.
Looking forward to your reply.
Best regards, Kalpesh.
Nice and clean.
Very. So looking at this example, what's maybe one subtle thing that makes it really work professionally beyond just fitting the structure?
Good question. I'd point to the subject line, meeting confirmation.
Why that?
It's not just stating the topic. It immediately tells the recipient the purpose and implies the email will be brief.
That's crucial, right? Especially when people are scanning emails on their phones. Sets expectations instantly. Good point. And dear Mr. John.
Well, it's polite, obviously, but choosing Mr. John instead of just John signals a specific level of formality and respect. It's a conscious choice.
Right. Not too casual.
Then the opening, I hope you're doing well. It's standard, yes, but it's a polite, sort of non-intrusive way to start.
Okay. And the main message seems very direct.
Super clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would like to confirm our meeting on Friday at 3 p.m. at your office. Specific details. Uses polite language like would like to. And crucially, it asks for confirmation. Please let me know if this time is convenient for you.
That shows consideration, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's not just dictating, it's checking. Then looking forward to your reply. Polite, action-oriented, and best regards, Kalpesh, a standard professional sign-off.
So it really is a kind of masterclass in being concise, but also effective and polite.
It really is. Now, we've seen the blueprint in action, but making these habits stick takes more than just knowing the rules, right?
True. How do you make it second nature?
Well, to make this point really clear, the source offers some great overarching tips. Think of these as the practical takeaways you can start using immediately.
Okay, let's hear them.
First, optimize for clarity using short sentences. This isn't just about grammar. It's about making it easy for the reader, especially on mobile. Break down complex thoughts.
Good advice. Less is more.
Often, yes. Second, avoid slang or emojis in formal emails. Seems obvious, but they can create confusion or just undermine that professional tone you want.
Keep the dancing pizza slice out of the job application email. Got it.
Exactly. Third, and this is really key, go beyond basic spell check. Actively look for those invisible errors in grammar and spelling.
The subtle ones we talked about.
Yes. Proper comma use, making sure sentences flow logically, verb agreement, things like that. These details signal care and competence.
Right, the polish.
Precisely. And finally, always aim to be polite and processional, not just in the words you choose, but in the overall tone and the respect you show for the other person's time.
So these tips, they're really about building a habit of effective, maybe even strategic communication.
That's it, exactly. Which brings up an important question for you, the listener. How can you integrate these small but actually quite powerful changes into your daily routine so they become automatic.
Yeah, how do you make it stick?
Yeah.
I guess the core message here is pretty simple when you boil it down. Good emails are clear, they're concise, and they're polite. Strategically so.
Well put.
And you don't need to feel like you have to write an essay every time. Start practicing now, even with short messages. Just pay attention to these simple, powerful rules. If you approach your emails with this kind of strategic mindset, thinking about clarity and politeness, pretty soon your emails won't just look professional. They'll actively help shape the positive impression you want to make.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
Think beyond just emails. Consider how mastering this kind of clear, professional, nuanced communication builds trust. How it opens doors in all areas of your life, not just your inbox.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, truly effective communication isn't just about what you say. It's about how you empower others to understand you, to trust you, and maybe even to act on what you've communicated. It can subtly influence outcomes far beyond that single email.